Alright, this is going to be a two-part one of the chicken and broccoli casserole here. Or whatever it is that my mom was making. So, got some parsley. It's Italian parsley that I grew in the garden this past summer and dehydrated and ground up. Now, two fingers like that, pinch. One, two, and three. Okay. Then I've got this turmeric stuff. Now, this turmeric stuff, some people can't have it. Some people can. Check with your doctor first. Because there's benefits to it, but there's also health risks to it. Now I can't remember what the health risks are. For now, I'm no doctor, but for example, if you got low blood pressure, this might make your blood pressure go lower. Okay. But check with your doctor and on the internet there and do some research. Okay. Now, I use this little black spoon here. It always stays in the jar. It's a half a teaspoon. And I think it's about anywhere from 14 to 1600 milligrams, which is under the allowed. I don't want to say the allowed consumption, but from what I have read up, and please do your own research on turmeric, it's about 2,000 milligrams a day. Now I've always been using this half tablespoon or this half TSP spoon. So when I do something like this, I judge it by the servings, and it looks to be about 4 to 5 servings. So what I will do is that about level is 1 serving, 2 servings, 3 servings, and that's all I put into there. Okay, for that one, even though it's 4 to 5 servings, that's all I want in there. Okay, now the next thing I got, it's garlic. Okay, this is the other ones I get. They're the red tomato sauces, but I've got garlic in here. And the good thing about these ones is I can have these ones here, and I can vacuum seal them to keep them more shelf stable if I want, or store them in my pantry room vacuum sealed like that. Now the thing with this stuff is I still got the peels in there, and I got the garlic in chunks like that in various sizes. Okay, so for something like this, I would take something like I'll show you in powder wise, and I'll count out like the chunks. I'll show you before I grind it up. Okay, so what I do there on the counter here is there's 3, medium-sized, one small one, another big one, another medium-sized one, another small one. Now you gotta remember, it's gonna be a little more bulky, but the powder can come out more though. Okay, so that's about the one thing, you know, I keep, I don't want to say screwing up, but I try not to have to throw anything back because it'll go hard. Because it's like, these are like leather almost, right? And so when they go in there, it's still got a tad bit moisture in there, which is okay. I haven't had any of it go bad on me yet. And that's fine. But when it becomes a powder, it becomes hard. And so I try to avoid that, using too much of this. But a little bit more here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would maybe a bit more, another couple of few more chunks here. Yeah, that's yeah. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Put that much into the grinder, and it's gonna take a little bit to go in the grinder to get it to that powdered. So and it sometimes, depending on what you're making, it doesn't have to be like a powder. You can have some smaller chunks in there too. But if you can hear the grinder, get them broken up and then really lay on it for a while there. A couple more hits like that. Turn the thing upside down so it all goes in to the lid, because I love garlic, so it'll probably be the most that goes in there of all the spices. Yeah, so I also put some basil, some pepper, some ginger in there. And for spices, now you don't have to put these particular spices in there. Put what you like in there. Now I put in, I think, somewheres in around 30 or 40 chicken tenders cut up in there. Maybe a cup worth of frozen corn, maybe a half a cup to a cup of white onions, and then I remix it all up here with the spices in there. I gotta set the oven here for 350. baking. My oven's an electronic one, so I gotta hit the for the lower one, I gotta hit the bake button and then set the temperature. But it always comes to up for the bake 350. So that's what I leave it at. And this could take, depending on how full it is or how empty it is, it could take about an hour. Could take a couple of hours. But I keep checking up on it. And so yeah, just make sure it's the frozen stuff too. All the spices in there are mixed up really well. This goes good, say with rice, and or pasta, either one, whatever you prefer. It can be even eaten as a soup if you want. Because I'm a single male, I got this machine right here. Yeah, that machine right there. It vacuum seals mason jars and bags with food in it and what have you. Because I've worked in the meat industry for 30 plus years, I know how to cut corners with that thing. And if anybody gets like milk bags, the 4-liter bags with the 3 clear bags that look similar to this but filled with milk, you can pack it up like however much you want in there. You can fill it half full like to there, and then squeeze the air out and then seal it up there. And that's what I put it into the freezer after for another day. And I might come out with tonight's dinner and 3 or 4 more dinners after that for later on in the month. So okay, I gotta finish mixing this up here. So yeah, show this to you guys when it's done mixing up. Okay, now let's, yeah, I'm having a hard time sometimes. That's what it looks like there. And then because this thing comes with a cover, like a lid thing, I cover it up while it goes in there, just like that. So yeah, I also will be putting in the oven that big chunk of meat as well too, and that it will be for my dog, and I'll cut that up into 4 or 5 pieces and put it back into the freezer, except for tonight's dinner and tomorrow's breakfast for him. So yeah, I will come back out with part 3 when it all comes out of the oven.